I'm going to now just quickly do an overview of the rest of the tools that are in InDesign that we're not perhaps quite so familiar with. So up here we've got the selection tool and direct selection tool, which we should all have used in Illustrator, Photoshop. And just under there is the page tool. This lets you change the size of individual pages. So you may want, if you're doing a magazine, to have your front cover slightly smaller so that it shows your next page. So to do this, we've selected the page tool. Up here, ensure that liquid page rule is off and not controlled by master. Objects move with page for this particular one. And what I want to do is halve the page size. So rather than trying to work it out, I've got 210 / for divide 2, press enter. So that's halved it for us. So now you can see that the page is now in half. You might even want to make tabs or something like that, so you can double click on there. We're going to change that to 10mm. Oh. Not sure why. So what we can do, I'm not sure what's doing that, we can do that. So that's, say we want it to about there, so that's 42. And then we're going to take that one up. So 42, oops, sorry, 42, 7, yeah, and you can make tabs, something similar. Then we've got here the gap tool, and this makes laying out of objects really simple. So what I'm going to do, choose rectangular frame tool. Now I'll click, drag, I'm using my up arrow, holding that down, and my right arrow to make 4 equal sized squares. And choose the gap tool. Oops, I've lost those. I'm just going to make it a little bit easier for myself. Change the colour of those so I can see better. So select all of those, use the gap tool, and if you go in between the gap until this symbol comes up, and you can move the gap however you want. And here, this is our content collection. This basically works like a clipboard in Word. So you can collect objects that are already on your page. And then you can place them. Or not. That's because I'm using the wrong one. And it will do them in order. So which is useful if you've got a lot of information to put in. Type tool that we've gone through, so there's another video for that. Line tool. Pen tool, again, it's similar to Illustrator. Pencil tool, smooth tool, and erase tool, again, it's the same. These are our frame tools. In Illustrator, in InDesign, everything has to go in a frame or container. So you can either just do Control D, or you can draw one, so you can set up your page and then go round and insert your images. So you haven't got as many options as you would in Illustrator, but you can change them. So if we go down to the polygon tool, double click, brings up the options. So you can change the number of sides. If you change star inset, creates a star. And then same with just want shapes if you're not going to actually put anything in there. But what you can do, draw a shape, and halfway through your design you think, actually no, I do want, so content, you can either put a graphic in there or you can put text in there. If you put graphic in there, it'll come up with a cross. It doesn't, but it means you can put it used to come up with a cross. Scissors, so you can cut areas like you would do in Illustrator, so that you can change shape or delete. Same as Illustrator. Free transform tool, again, same as Illustrator. This is the gradient tool, which again you may have used in Illustrator before. I'm just going to show you how to use this in InDesign. So let's start with a shape. Click on the gradient tool and just draw a line. You can have a short line all the way across, whichever. So we've got that. I'm going to change that to none. Make sure that's at the front. I don't like these colours, so I'm double click till click on this one. I've got my colours open, so I'm going to choose nice bright yellow. Okay, if it doesn't show up in there, what you will need to do is click and drag, and then you can also add other colours and change those ones. So remove that one down. Click off of there. Oh, there we go. Put a yellow in the middle. And you can slide those around. You can change it to a radial. Change it out. Move that out. So that's a gradient tool. Next to it is the gradient feather tool. If you again select your click and drag, and you can see it fades it out, and that you can use on images as well. Oops, not selected my image. Try selecting it and then we've got the measure tool, which underneath has also got the eyedropper tool and the colour theme tool. Measure tool basically measures. It's straightforward. And here you see your view options. Got guides, rulers showing, frame edges, you can turn those on or off. And also on the subject of guides, just click the selection tool. You click and drag. You can add rulers, guides, sorry. And you can also set the guides to certain specific measurements and number of rows. So we could have 5 rows, 5 columns, and it splits it up for you.